All right. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah, Quitash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth and who rule well in this truth. Shalom to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel that's scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. Peace and mercy unto you. You Negroes, you Latinos, you Native Americans, you West Indians, Seminole Indians, Haitians, and Brazilians. You are the true Hebrew Israelites that the Bible speaks of. All right. Now, I'm not sure what I am going to name this lesson, but it's going to be on how women lead you away from the Most High. All right, that a woman it's better to not have a woman when you're in this truth. All right, because a woman is the beginning of sin. All right, and through her we all die, man. All right, it's better to not have a woman in this truth because a woman will definitely lead you away from the Most High, man. All right, so let's get into it. Let's start off with First Kings, all right, the 11th chapter, all right, dealing with King Solomon, all right, and what happened to King Solomon, man. All right, because if there's anything if there's anyone that knows about women, all right, it is King Solomon, man. All right, because King Solomon had great wisdom and he dealt with many women, all right, and that's why he wrote a lot about women, all right. Um, if there's anyone that knew about women, it was King Solomon, and he wrote about how wicked they are, man. All right. So let's get into it. Let's see what happened to King Solomon, man. All right. So it says, let's start at the first verse. It says, "But King Solomon loved many strange women." Yeah, he loved women that were that were in Israelites, man. He dealt with many women that weren't Israelite women. All right. So together with the daughters of Pharaoh, women of the Moabites, Ammonites, Edomites, Zidonians, and Hittites. Yeah, so he dealt with women, many women of the other nations, all right? Of the nations concerning which the Lord said unto the children of Israel, ye shall not go into them, neither shall they come in unto you. For surely they will turn away your heart after their gods. Solomon clave unto these in love. Yeah, so even the Lord himself said it, man. All right, for surely they will turn away your heart after their gods, man. All right, not just the women of the other nations, but the women of our women too, man. Because who do our women worship? Cesare Borgia. All right, that they worship a pale skin, Edomite. All right, with long hair. All right, long blonde stringy hair with blue eyes, as well. All right, of the nations concerning which the Lord said unto the children of Israel, ye shall not go into them, neither shall they come in unto you, for surely they will turn away your heart after their gods. Solomon clave unto these in love. All right. And he had 700 wives. All right. He had 700 wives. All right. Princesses and 300 concubines, and his wives turned away his heart. All right. Yeah, that's what women do, man. They turn your heart away from the Most High. All right. Have you serving other gods, and all right, leading you in the wrong direction. That's why you're not supposed to follow these women, man. You're not supposed to follow these women. They're the weaker vessel anyway. Just like the scriptures say, man. All right. A woman is supposed to follow you, and you're supposed to rule over your woman, man. Just like what is it? Genesis the 3rd chapter, man. All right. Her heart's desire shall be to her husband, and he shall rule over thee. All right. And he had 700 wives, princesses, and 300 concubines. And his wives turned away his heart. For it came to pass when Solomon was old that his wives turned away his heart after other gods, and his heart was not perfect with the Lord his God. That's right, man. These women will do you dirty, man. All right. As was the heart of David his father. For Solomon went after Ashtoreth, the goddess of the Zidonians, and after Milcom, the abomination of the Ammonites. And Solomon did evil in the sight of the Lord, and went not fully after the Lord, as did David his father. Then did Solomon build an high place for Chemosh, the abomination of Moab, in the hill that is before Jerusalem. Wow, that was wicked as hell, man. All right. and for Molech the abomination of the children of Ammon. And likewise did he for all his strange wives, which burnt incest and sacrificed unto their gods. Yeah, so he even built altars, man. He built altars for these other gods, man, and burnt incest and sacrificed unto these other gods, man. He became wicked as hell in his old age, man. All right. So that's why you're not supposed to follow after these women, man. All right, because they'll lead you away from the Most High. All right, they'll have you worshiping other gods, man. All right, and have you doing what they do, man. All right. That's why. What did Paul say, man? All right, what did Paul say? It is better for you to be as I, man, because Paul didn't have a woman. All right, Paul didn't. Matter of fact, let's get that. All right, First Corinthians. All right, First Corinthians, the 7th chapter. All right, First Corinthians. Matter of fact, that's why we all die in sin. All right, because of Adam. All right, Adam listened to his woman. All right, and because of Adam transgressed, now we all die in sin. All right, and I'm gonna get that too. All right, First Corinthians 7:7. All right, so this is Paul speaking. He said, "For I would." For I would that all men were even as I myself. Yeah, so he's saying that all men should be like him and not have a woman. All right, because a woman will lead you away from the Most High, just like we read about how King Solomon, man, King Solomon started worshiping other gods, man, sacrificing to other gods because of the woman that he was dealing with, man. We just read it. All right. So he said, "For I would that all men were even as I myself," saying that, you know, that that we should all be like him. All right. But every man has his proper gift of the Most High, one after this manner and another after that. I say therefore to the unmarried and widows, it is good for them if they abide even as I. Yeah, so he's saying that the unmarried men and the widows, they should stay like that, man. They should just be without you know, a man, I mean, or a woman. All right, and they should just follow the Most High, man. All right, he said, I say therefore to the unmarried and widows, it is good for them as if they abide even as I, man. Yeah, because Paul didn't have a woman. You should just stay focused on the Most High, man. But it says, but if they cannot contain, meaning if, you know, they really desire to have a woman, all right, or be, you know, a woman wants to be with a man or a man wants to be with a woman, all right, he said, but if they cannot contain, let them marry, all right, meaning let them, you know, have sex, get together, all right. But if they cannot contain, let them marry, for it is better to marry than to burn. Yeah, it's better than to marry than to, you know, just like to burn, man, meaning to, you know, to die in that lust, meaning, you know, I don't know how to put it, like, you know, to really want to have sex and have a woman, all right. You know, it is it is better than to have a woman than to just burn, man, to just desire to have a woman and not have one, man. All right, but if they cannot contain, let them marry, for it is better to marry than to burn. All right, so let me read that again. It says, 1 Corinthians 7:7, for I would that all men were even as myself. Yeah, so Paul's saying that all men should just be like him, man, not have a woman. All right, but every man has his proper gift of the Most High, one after this manner and another after that. I say therefore to the unmarried and widows, it is good for them if they abide even as I. But if they cannot contain, let them marry, for it is better to marry than to burn. That's right, man. All right. So what Paul was saying is just, you know, it is better to not have a woman, man. All right. It's better to not have a woman in the truth. All right. Because Paul didn't have a woman, and look how he turned out, man. He was super chief, man. All right. He was super zealous, man. All right. He labored more than all the other apostles, man. All right. You know how much this man traveled? All right. He traveled in ships and boats, man. All right. To get to islands just to preach the truth, man. All right. Because he had that super zeal, man. He was just fiery in his truth, man. All right. He was super fire, man. And that's all because he didn't have a woman, man. All right, now let's get Romans, man. Let's get Romans. All right, let's get Romans 5. All right, Romans 5 and 12. All right, Romans 5 and 12. All right, so it says, wherefore, as by one man sin entered into the world. Yeah, so that's talking about Adam, right? Because of his sin, all right, it entered in the world. Because of his sin, that's the reason why we sin, and then why we die as well, because of him. But why was it? Because why did he sin though? All right, because of Eve, man. He ate what Eve gave him, man, which was wickedness. All right, and sin and all that false philosophy and witchcraft that Eve learned, and then Eve taught that to Adam, and he took it, man, and he ate that, man. All right. Wherefore, as by one man sin entered into the world, and death by sin. All right. Let me read that again. Wherefore, as by one man sin entered into the world, and death by sin, as so death passed upon all men. Yeah, just because of Adam sinned. All right. Death came unto us, and so death passed upon all men. All right. For that all have sinned. That's right. All because of Adam. All right. For until the law, sin was in the world, but sin is not imputed when there is no law. Nevertheless, death reigned from Adam to Moses, even over them that had not sinned after the similitude of Adam's transgression, who is the figure of him that was to come. All right, so all because of Adam, he's the reason why we sin and we die, man. All right, because he ate what Eve gave him, man. All right, because that goes to show you're not supposed to follow these women, man. All right, and do what these women do, man. All right, you're supposed to lead and rule over your woman. All right, and she's supposed to follow you, man. All right, that goes to show you're not supposed to follow women because. Matter of fact, let's get Genesis. Genesis. Matter of fact, let me get Second Esdras first. All right, Second Esdras, because I got many scriptures just running through my head right now. All right, Second Esdras, the 3rd chapter. All right, the 21st verse. All right, it says, for the first Adam bearing a wicked heart transgressed, and was overcome, and so be all they and so be all they that are born after him. Yeah, so just because Adam transgressed, now we all transgress and die because of Adam, and that was all because he listened to Eve, man. That goes to show you're not supposed to follow these women, and that's the whole concept, the whole lesson of this lesson, man. You're not supposed to follow these women when you're in this truth, man, because a woman will lead you to death, man. All right, what does it say in the book of Sirach, man? Let's get that. All right, let's get the book of Sirach, 25. All right, the book of Sirach, 25 and 24. All right, it says, of the woman became the beginning of sin, and through her we all die, man. And what's the proof of that, man? When Eve took of the fruit that when Adam took of the fruit that Eve gave him, man. All right, which was witchcraft, sin, philosophy, wickedness. All right, serving other gods. That was that fruit, man. All right. We all died through the woman. We're not supposed to follow these women, man. All right, and what they do, man. All right, let's get Romans. I already got Romans. All right, let's get Genesis. Let's get Genesis. Matter of fact, let's get it like this. Yeah, Genesis. The 3rd chapter. (12 and 13). All right, so it says. I'll start at 12. All right, so it says right here, and the man said, the woman whom thou. Let me start right here. It says. And he said, who told thee that thou was naked? Hast thou eaten of the tree whereof I commanded thee that thou shouldest not eat? Yeah, naked means, they were sinful, all right? Nakedness represents sin, all right? They realized that they were sinful and they had done wrong, all right? That's what it means by they knew that they were naked, man. It's not talking about actual nakedness, man. All right? And he said, "Who told thee that thou was naked? Hast thou eaten of the tree whereof I commanded thee that thou shouldest not eat?" And that tree wasn't talking about an actual tree, man. All right? Trees in the Bible are talking about people, all right? So it says, "And the man said, The woman whom thou gavest to be with me, she gave me of the tree, and I did eat." All right. And the Lord God said unto the woman, "What is this that thou hast done?" And the woman said, "The serpent beguiled me, and I did eat." Yeah, so the woman deceived Adam, all right? And that's how we fell, man. All right? That's how we fell, all right? Because of Adam's transgression, we all transgress and die, man. All right? And it was all because Adam listened to the woman, man. You can't follow these women, man. They will lead you away from the Most High, man. They will lead you away from the Most High, man. All right? As we just read before, of the woman is the beginning of sin, man. All right? Matter of fact, let's get that one more time. All right? 25. All right? No. 25th chapter. Second Ezra's. No, my bad. Sirach. My bad. Sirach. I don't know why I said second Ezra's. So it says right here, 24th verse, "Of the woman became the beginning of sin, and through her we all die," man. All right. That's the reason why we die, man. All right. Because of Adam. And Adam listened to the woman, man. All right. I'm going to get that one more time so it can make sense. All right. Sometimes you just got to go over it, man. A few times. All right. So it says 3 and 21. All right. So it says, for the first Adam bearing a wicked heart transgressed. Yeah, he transgressed, man. All right. And was overcome. And so be all they that are born of him. Yeah, because we all come of Adam, man. All right. So because Adam transgressed, now we all transgress and die, man. And now it's because Adam listened to the woman, man. Going to show you that you're not supposed to follow these women, man. Of the woman became the beginning of sin, and through her we all die, man. All right. It goes to show you. Let me get First Timothy. Let's get First Timothy. The second chapter. All right. First Timothy 2 and 13. It says right here, all right. It says, "For Adam was first formed, then Eve. And Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in the transgression." Yeah, so it was the woman that deceived, man. All right, that was deceived, and then the woman deceived Adam, man. All right, going to show you, you're not supposed to follow these women, man. Adam wasn't supposed to do that, man. All right, he's the reason why we fell, man. All right. Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in the transgression. And that's why the serpent, which was a man, all right, one of the sons of the wicked that came in the spirit of Satan, all right, was an actual serpent like these wacky tacky Christians believe, meaning a snake. These Christians really believe that it was an actual snake that told Eve to eat an apple. Oh man, first of all, snakes can't talk, man. All right. Second of all, a literal snake can't talk, all right? And then also a literal snake can't deceive you into doing wickedness. How is the actual snake that slithers on the ground, how is a literal snake going to deceive you into doing wickedness, man? Come on, man. All right? And Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in the transgression. That's right. And that's why one of the sons of the wicked, which was that serpent in the garden, all right? He went after Eve. Why? Because the woman is the weaker vessel. She's more easier to deceive and to control, man. All right. So he went after Eve. All right. And then he fed her wickedness. All right. He deceived Eve so Eve could deceive Adam, man. All right. And that's why we all fell, because Adam had listened to the woman, man. And you're not supposed to listen to these women, man. All right. Matter of fact, what does it say? Let's get Ecclesiastes. Let's get that Ecclesiastes. Ecclesiastes. I know it's right here. Yeah, Ecclesiastes 7. All right. Ecclesiastes 7:26. All right. This is King Solomon saying this, man. And I find more bitter than death the woman. All right. So King Solomon said the woman is more bitter than death, man. She's wicked as hell, man. All right. And I find more bitter than death the woman whose heart is snares and nets, meaning the woman is nothing but a trap, man. She'll trap you and trick you. All right. Into following her ways, man, worshiping these other gods. Just like how we read in the story of King Solomon, man, how his heart was turned away from the Lord because he started worshiping the gods of the other nations because of the women that he was following, man. So you're not supposed to be following these women, man. The woman is wicked as hell, man. All right, we read that in Sirach 25:24. Of the woman is the beginning of sin, and through her we all die, man. All right, what does it say? All wickedness is but little. Let's get that. All wickedness. Excuse me. All wickedness is but little. Let's get that, man. All right. Ecclesiastes 25:19. All wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Whoo! Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. That's right, man. All right. So if you've been very wicked, the Lord is going to give you a wicked woman and make you fall in love with her, and then you're gonna be destroyed by her, man. All right. All wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her, man. This is why you gotta pray to the Lord to give you a virtuous woman, a silent and loving woman. All right. A woman that's a pillar of rest, man. All right. So let's read that again, all right? Ecclesiastes 7:26, all right? And I find more bitter than death the woman, all right? And this is King Solomon saying this, man. If there's anyone that knows about woman, it's definitely King Solomon, all right? Because King Solomon had what? 700 wives, all right? And he had 700 wives, princesses, and 300 concubines. So he had 1,000 women all together, man. All right? So it says right here, all right, and I find more bitter than death the woman whose heart is snares and nets and her hands as bands. Yeah, she'll tie you up, man. All right, she'll tie you up, trick you into doing whatever, man. Worshiping other gods, all right? That's why you're not supposed to go out of your way for women, man. Your wits for women, all right? Matter of fact, let's get that, all right? Many have gone out their wits for women. KJV. I'm all typing fast. I'm spelling it wrong. All right. So it says, First Ezra 4:26. Yea, many there be that have run out of their wits for women and become servants for their sakes. Whoo, that's a beta male right there, man. All right. You're not supposed to run out of your wits for women, man. All right. And follow them, man. You're not supposed to be a woman's servant, man. A woman is supposed to be your servant. Matter of fact, that's what the word woman means. All right. Female servant. All right. Why? Because she's supposed to be a servant unto her man, her husband. All right. Because what does the word husband mean? Master of the house, master of the household, a leader, man. All right. You're not supposed to fall into these women, man. All right. You're not supposed to follow these women, man. All right. So matter of fact, let's read this again, all right, with King Solomon, all right? And he had 700 wives, princesses, and 300 concubines, and his wives turned away his heart, man. All right, this is 1 Kings, all right, the 11th chapter, the 3rd verse, all right? His wives turned away his heart from the Most High, man. All right, that's what women do. That's why it's better to not have a woman in this truth, like I read before. And 1 Corinthians the 7th chapter, when Paul said it is better to be as I, man. All right, to not have a woman when you're in this truth. All right, so it says he had 700 wives, princesses, and 300 concubines, and his wives turned away his heart. For it came to pass when Solomon was old that his wives turned away his heart after other gods, and his heart was not perfect with the Lord his power. All right, and as was the heart of David his father. All right, for Solomon went after Ashtoreth, which is also Ishtar, all right, the goddess of the Zidonians, and after Milcom, the abomination of the Ammonites, which are the Japanese. All right, and Solomon did evil in the sight of the Lord and went not fully after the Lord and did as did David his father. Then Solomon built an high place for Chemosh, the abomination of Moab, in the hill that is before Jerusalem. That's crazy, man. All right, he started building, altars for these other gods, man. All right, in Jerusalem, man, which is the city of David, man. That's where the Lord rests, man. All right, and for Molech, the abomination for the children of Ammon. All right, and likewise did he for all strange wives which burnt incest and sacrificed unto their gods, man. All right, so because of these women, all right, Solomon did much wickedness, man. He did much wickedness, all because of the woman, man. All right. The woman is the beginning of sin, man. All wickedness, Ecclesiasticus, which is also known as Sirach 25 and 19. All wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. All right. So that's basically it, man. You're not supposed to follow these women, man. You're not supposed to follow these women, man. All right, because a woman will lead you to death, man. All right, matter of fact, let's get that one more time, man. Let's get that one more time. All right, the 24th verse. Let's get that, the 24th verse. All right, so it says, of the woman became the beginning of sin, and through her we all die, man. And that's exactly how it happened, man. With Eve, when Eve fed that wickedness to Adam, and because of Adam, we're the reason why. All right, the ones that come out of Adam, we're the reasons why we all sin and we die, man. All right, because the reason why we die is because of sin, man. Right, because what do the scriptures say? The wages of sin are death. If we were perfect, we wouldn't die, man. All right, and that's why we're not going to die in the kingdom of heaven. We're going to be perfect. That's that new covenant. All right, Jeremiah 31 and 31, Hebrews 8 and 8. All right, of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. All right. So you're not supposed to follow these women, all right? That's the main point of this lesson, man. All right, it's better to not have a woman in this truth, all right, than to have one and then be led away, man. All right, possibly be led away, man. All right. So with that being said, I want to say, call Halayim, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakal Quadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth and who rule well in this truth. Shalom to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel that's scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. Peace and mercy unto you. You Negroes, you Latinos, you Native Americans, you are the true Hebrew Israelites that the Bible speaks of, as well as you West Indians, Seminole Indians, Haitians, and Brazilians. You are the true Hebrew Israelites that the Bible speaks of. You are the true chosen people of the book, man. All right, so with that being said, until next time, shalom, shalom.